Green spaces are one of the important infrastructures of a livable city. A successful park and recreation space will help city to promote positive public health, community engagement, and safer neighborhoods. So what are the fundamental aspects for creating a successful park and recreation space? We will analyze the park and the neighborhood connectivity, walkability, and activities within the park. We will also identify the existing programs along the Jersey Creek Trail to understand what we can do to improve or what we can add to promote more activities in the park. Jersey Creek Trail runs along the parallel parkway from 18th Street to 5th Street. The trail is divided into 5 blocks by street running along north and south. The first analysis of the park begins from 18th to 13th Street. This block of the park has a few commercial buildings at the corner of North 18th Street and Parallel Parkway. We are showing the existing trail in white. The red highlights are where we are suggesting to grow native plantations such as prairie grasses to block the direct visibility of the traffic speeding along the parallel parkway. The solid orange areas are where the existing programs are located. We are proposing new programs along the existing ones to improve the usage. One of the existing programs is the small soccer field, which does not seem to be in use often. There is the lack of seating or shade to support the use of this program. In addition, we are proposing a new program near the soccer field along the slope. It is evident that people are using the slope for sledding during wintertime. This program will encourage people to come to the park regardless of the season. Another proposal is to make the concrete-covered creek look more attractive by creating a connecting path. This will not only allow people to cross from one side to another, but also beautify the creek and change people's perspective of the creek. Another existing program on the park is the basketball court, which could be improved by adding more seating area. This will encourage kids from the neighborhood to come to the park often. The red arrows are indicating the possible connection between the residents from the south and north to the Jersey Creek Trail. For instance, residents from the south of the trail has very few direct connections into the park. The block from 13th to 11th Street has a few active institutions, such as Boys and Girls Club, Kerma Church, and senior housing. It is evident that there are a lot of missing connections between the park and those institutions. The pedestrian paths are not fully extending to those buildings. We are suggesting a few possible pedestrian connections and more activities pockets in the park, which will help to activate spaces. The existing condition of the tunnel below 13th Street has safety issues because it lacks in lighting. Visually, the tunnel could also be filled with murals and art installation to raise the interest of people. The slope behind the Boys and Girls Club could be used to create garden, which could be a great opportunity for the kids to learn about growing and eating healthy food. The lack of trees in the park create challenges in providing shaded spots for resting along the trail. One of the existing potential spots is located right across the senior housing. This area can be extended by creating urban garden or sensory garden to enhance the well-being of elderly and park goers as well. The Heathwood Park between 11th and 10th Street has the most activities compared to the rest of the park. It has a baseball field, water spray park, and a playground. According to the locals, the water spray park is really populated during the summer. This area has the potential to become a central hub for the Jersey Creek Trail because of its nature of activities and the sense of scale. A clear pedestrian path could also help bring those residents from the south to the park. Inside the park, a stronger connection between two playgrounds is needed to make the playgrounds more accessible to the residents. The north edge of the park could be improved by growing native trees and grass. Right next to the water spray park, we are introducing a pavilion structure to serve as a gathering space and potential marketplace for public and local business. The part from 10th Street to 7th Street of the trail has the most industrial building. The only continuous path is right next to the parallel parkway. The other trails are disconnected by the heavy industry. There are still a few recreational places on the site. There are soccer fields and some playgrounds. Since they are located right next to the industrial buildings, we are introducing native plantation as visual barrier. The last part of the Jersey Creek Trail is between 7th and 5th Street. The lack of activities and the programs also discourage people from coming to the park. The residents are completely fenced off by a wall of trees. In addition, more pedestrian paths are needed to bring residents from the south to the park. With above-mentioned improvements, Jersey Creek Trails with a series of pocket parks could transform from a deserted park into an urban park. It will not only serve as a venue for fun and games, but also play a significant role in defining the city layout, real estate value, traffic flow, public events, and the culture of all communities. With this functioning urban park, Wyandotte County and neighborhoods take on structure, beauty, and value.